don't even know if this works anymore. Let's see. Did I go live? No FPS drops. Okay. Yeah, I guess we're fine. Let's go with... Oh. Oh, there we go. There's my voice. Christ, I have not done this one forever. There we go. Okay. Click, click. Okay. Is that working? Is the playback speed good? I can't tell if it... No, it seems like the playback speed is not okay, actually. No, playback speed's fucking busted. What's going on? Yeah, I should not be talking that fast. Yeah. Intended for certain audiences. Fuck off. Is that working? Something's not fucking working properly. There, that's probably fine. Okay, there we go. Holy shit, that took fucking forever. God, boy, am I rusty at this, apparently. Alright, anyway. Alright, anyway. Let's go at everyone. I'm actually streaming. It's SACing MAL. There we go. Alrighty. Alright. Oh, what's going on? Okay, now this is interesting. Because I see... There it is. Okay, I had a pop-up that was blocking chat, and I could not see chat. Hello, everyone. How are you doing? Maid, Mactier, good. I haven't seen you in a while, Mactier. Actually, I guess I haven't seen either of you in a while because I haven't streamed in like a month. But I especially have not seen you in a while, Mactier. What have you been up to, and how have you two been? So, we're going to start this stream off, not with the introduction to what SACing MAL is, but with some unfortunate news. I assume you're playing Metaphor? With some unfortunate news, which is that my antivirus software false flagged chatbot, and I accidentally deleted chatbot, and I am not sure if not a whole lot. Well, that could be good or bad, I guess, depending on it, whether you want to be up to a lot of stuff. Yeah, so, accidentally deleted chatbot. I do not know if the chat logs are gone, or not. I have not reinstalled chatbot. I know I have the on-installation, programs for chatbot, but I don't know if if it was stored in like a document or something on my PC. So when I reinstall chatbot, there may be a full reset on everyone's stream time. Maybe. Hopefully not, but I'm putting that warning out there. That happened. Unfortunately. It's also deleted my stream labels, which I care significantly less about, if I'm being honest with you. But yeah, chatbot is fucking gone. So, been miserable at work, and then going home and playing Metaphor. So you have mentioned being miserable at work. I am sorry to hear that. How is Metaphor going, though? Is that at least a highlight of the day? Yeah, otherwise, there is... I mean, we'll talk about it more on the podcast, which I totally intend to do on the scheduled day. Metaphor is great. I have heard nothing but good things about it. But yeah, so we'll talk about it more on the scheduled podcast day on Sunday. Not this Sunday, right? No, not tomorrow or the next Sunday. We will talk about it in 2 Sundays, but I am expecting to have time to be able to stream. Sorry, I took a sort of unannounced monthly break. I had to do some exams and shit for a job, which I have passed, and so technically the unemployment arc is over with. But we will talk slightly more about that on the next podcast. But that is where I've been, is work. Yeah. So, talk more about that later. Accidentally deleted chatbot. There's your update. That's what I've been up to. Good to see everyone, by the way. And otherwise, yeah, let's get into the second worst show I make, SACing MAL. By the way, tell me if the microphone's a little fucked up or something. I'm not super confident about my setup, and it was kind of making a mistake a little bit during the last Kingdom Hearts stream, which, oh, fuck, after this we have to get back to Kingdom Hearts, and I'm not looking forward to that. All right, let's go over to seasonal anime, because we are SACing MAL on the fall 2024 season. I did do summer 2024, right? I did do summer 2024. Great. All right, we're going to start off with Dandadan. Pretending this is a Persona game for a second, but this is my favorite after 3. 3 still beats it out so far, but I like it more than every other Persona. Okay, all right. Well, we'll see if you still say that after your 3rd playthrough, which changes your mind. All right, we got Dandadan, which is, I think, didn't I have this manga? Okay, if Mal had just went down, I'd have flipped my shit. I thought Dandadan was actually an anime, a manga I had marked as planned to watch, but I guess it isn't. Okay. Alright, Dandadan. After being aggressively rejected, Momo Ayase finds herself skulking when she stumbles across a boy being bullied. Saved by her rash kindness, the alien-obsessed boy attempts to speak to her about extraterrestrial interests he believes they share. Rejecting his claims, Ayase proclaimed that she instead is a believer in ghosts, starting an argument between the two over which is real. In a bet to determine who is correct, the two decide to separately visit locations associated with both extraterrestrial and supernatural. Ayase visiting the former and the boy visiting the latter. When the two reach their respective places, it turns out that neither was wrong and that both aliens and ghosts do exist. This marks the beginning of Ayase and the boy's adventure as they attempt to fix the surreal supernatural and extraterrestrial elements around them and return to a normal life. This game intro isn't fucked up like P4 and 5. Thankfully, they learned it only took a decade. So, I have been hearing good things about Dandadan. And I heard a lot of good things about Dandadan going into it. I got this mixed up with a different manga, though. What did I think this was? I had been mixing this up with something else starting. I had been mixing this up with Dead Demons, Dead Destruction, is what I had been thinking Dandadan was. Anyway, it sounds good. Everyone's into it. It's done by Science Saru, which is a pretty good animation studio. So, yeah, give this a check out. Anyway, I've heard good things about Metaphor, but all of the things are from people who have yet to finish Metaphor. So, I might get it at some point just because everybody is talking about it. I was planning to like sort of ignore it, but I have things that I would rather get before it. Like, for example, I would rather get P3 Reload before it, now that they've added the answer. So yeah, it's a little lower. It's not even like the top of my Atlas list, but try the demo. You know what? I actually kind of don't like trying demos, because then it sort of resets your progress or something. I know that's crazy, but like if I know I'm gonna buy a game and play a game anyway, I don't really bother with the demo. I think demos are really good if you don't already have plans to get the game. So, or if the demo acts as sort of like a prequel, which I've seen happen sometimes. Like I was going to ignore Silent Hill 2's remake, but my cousin had other plans, not for Metaphor. So, yeah, I appreciate when games have demos, especially nowadays, but I'm not a demo player. I've never really been big into demos. I started the game day one, like 8 hours in, because I just continued where I left off, like that FF15 demo. I was unaware there was an FF15 demo. FF15 is... Wait, which one's 15? Shit. You know why Final Fantasy can't fucking sell units? Is because no one knows what Final Fantasy numbers are anymore. Let's see. 13 was Lightning. 14 is the MMO. 15 is the one where everyone is in a boy band. And then 16 is the Devil May Cry one. Okay, so I actually own 15. And I was unaware it had a demo. And I know it was a huge clusterfuck. Because they tried to make a multimedia franchise out of it, and it fucking bombed. Because, like, the thing with 15 is they wanted to do a Final Fantasy VII, except for Final Fantasy VII turning into a multimedia franchise happened organically, because people liked Final Fantasy VII, and I've noticed when you try to start a multimedia franchise, you are inevitably putting... Like, you're thinning out your product too much, and so there isn't enough for people to latch onto. So whenever anyone goes out of their way to be like, we're doing a multimedia thing, I have seen it so very rarely work. There were 2 demos for 15. One came with Type 0, and the other was basically a tech demo. Interesting. I didn't know there were any demos. All the Final Fantasy VII stuff after Final Fantasy VII was bad. I remember enjoying Dirge of Cerberus, but I was 10, so who fucking knows? You might be correct about that. Anyway, we have ReZero, Kara Hajimeru, Isekai, Seikatsu, 3rd season, or ReZero, Starting Life in Another World, Season 3. The 3rd season of ReZero, Kara Hajimeru, Isekai, Seikatsu. I just gave up reading properly at a certain point. The 3rd season is comprised of at least 2 arcs. The first 8 episodes are subtitled Shugeki Hen Attack Arc. The latter 8 subtitled Hangeki Hen Counterattack Arc began airing on February 5th, 2025. Let's be real. I'm going to watch this. We all know I'm going to watch this. I've seen all of the rest of ReZero. I've reviewed the rest of ReZero. I'm going to fucking watch it. All right, clearly. ReZero is still coming out. Of course it's still coming out. It hasn't finished its plotline. It's not even close to done. I don't even think the light novels are done. Okay, Uzumaki. Uzumaki spiral into horror. In the town of Kurozucho, Kirie Goshima lives in a fairly normal life with her family. As she walks to the train station one day to meet her boyfriend, Shuichi Saito, she sees his father staring at a snail in an alley. Thinking nothing of it, she mentions the incident to Shuichi, who says that his father has been acting weird lately. Shuichi reveals his rising desire to leave the town with Kirie, saying that the town is infected with spirals. But his father's obsession with the shape soon proves deadly, beginning a chain of horrific, unexplainable events that causes the residents of Kurozucho to spiral into madness. Uzumaki is an anime adaptation that has been in development hell for the past 7 decades. Based on the manga by Junji Ito, which I would almost go so far as to say might and probably is, in fact, the most famous horror manga of all time. Probably. I'm not fully committed to that. I might be forgetting something, but if it's not number 1, it's number 2 for sure. And hilariously, Junji Ito, despite being such a famous horror mangaka, has never gotten a proper adaptation for anything. I have heard that episode 1 is really good, and then heard from episode 1 onward that this show just shits itself so colossally that it is has to be seen to be believed. I have seen clips from this that look so utterly terrible that I could probably animate better than them myself, and that's why I have to watch this. Let's say, speaking of clusterfucks, Uzumaki. Let's see. I've been watching a bunch of animated Batman movies on Tubi. From which generation of Batman? The, like the new 52 Batmans or like the 90s Batmans? In America, yes. In Japan, Tomie is more popular. I did not know that, but I get it. Because I really liked the like short 2-episode Tomie adaptation they did like years back. I like the 2000 Uzumaki movie. It's not an accurate adaptation, but it's a solid horror movie. Also, 2000 Long Dream movie by the same director is good. Okay. I've seen a lot of the like new 52 Batman movies of mixed quality. I wish they made other superheroes because I am not a Batman fan, but like some of them are pretty decent. I hate fucking Bad Blood, but I hated that arc in the comic also. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna watch Uzumaki. I don't care that it's bad. Mostly from the 2010s and a few from the 2000s. Okay, that's good. That's good. Have you seen Assault on Arkham, which is not really a Batman movie. It's more of a Suicide Squad movie. But like for me, that's like the definitive Suicide Squad movie. Blue Lock versus U20 Japan. Blue Lock second season. This is the second season of Blue Lock. Blue Lock versus U20 Japan aired on TV Aishi's IM Animation Block. Blue Lock is where they get a bunch of cocky shithead schoolers to do soccer with each other. And then it's about soccer. I hear it's really good. I don't care. You have? Okay. All right. Good. Good. There's also a sequel to that movie, which is not nearly as good. But it does have Reverse Flash as a villain. But it's like Reverse Flash post Flashpoint Paradox, which is also a pretty good movie. The Uzumaki movie has a lot of tripping, weird, late 90s CG and funky editing. It was made before the manga ended, so it mostly covers stuff from the first and the beginning. Wow, that is crazy they made it before the manga. Because Uzumaki is not a very long manga, is it? So that's actually crazy to me that they made it before the manga ended. 19 chapters. That's fucking nuts. They couldn't wait? They couldn't wait? So far my favorite is Batman Ninja. I hate that sentence. I haven't seen it. I just hate the concept. Alright, Bleach Senin Kessenhen So Kokutan. Bleach 1,000-Year Blood War, The Conflict. Third part of Bleach Senin Kessenhen. Alright, so this is clearly the third part of Bleach 1,000-Year Blood War. Everyone is popping off about this. Everyone's saying how about great it is. Everyone is saying how it fixed all of the problems with the Bleach manga, which was famously rushed during this time period. And what I'm saying is that I read like 300 plus chapters of Bleach, and then I fucking dropped it during the 1,000-Year Blood War arc because it was so fucking stupid I couldn't goddamn take it anymore, and I do not want to watch this. In the beginning of the movie, when Kirie and Shuichi ride down the street on a bike, a cop yells at them and the camera pans to a wanted poster of Junji Ito. That's kind of fun. Alright, we have Seirei Gensoki 2. Seirei Gensoki Spirit Chronicles Season 2. Didn't I watch Season 1 of this? No, I did not. Oh, but this is a 2021 anime. Well, I will watch it if Season 1 is good, I guess, is what's going to happen here. So, I clearly already read what happened, because I read 2021, so we're good. I don't know, it was like the camp of Brave and Bold mixed with the camp of Super Sentai. Okay, interesting. I could definitely see that working. I have seen clips from Brave and the Bold, and it's sort of like funny, but it is also not a show I think I would ever go out of my way of watching. But I could definitely see the appeal of that. I have like my fucking mic cord and I'm trying not to hit it and make a goddamn racket. But my legs have got to shake like a crazy person's or I'm going to go insane. Alright, we have no Hako. I feel like I mispronounced that, but I don't care. Blue Box. This is a romance. That's a romance. Sports romance. Alright. Taiki Inomata, third-year student, junior high, attends Amy, 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 me, Amy, I can't fucking say that. I straight up my brain refuses to make those sounds. Amy, 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 yeah, I fuck up. I give the fuck up. I cannot pronounce that. An integrated school with a major sports program. Having joined the high school badminton team. Yo, it's about badminton? Hold on, you're selling me already. Taiki tries to attend open practice as early as possible, but no matter how early he goes, he always arrives second in the gymnasium. The person one step ahead of him is Chinatsu Kano, a first-year student in senior high. And Taiki's crush. Chinatsu is the rising star of the basketball team, and the gap between her and Taiki could not be greater. Although Taiki is a decent badminton player, his popularity is nowhere near Chinatsu's, making it even less likely, for his feelings to be reciprocated. In a strange twist of fate, she ends up living in Taiki's house. Wanting to become a worthy match for Chinatsu, Taiki pursues the same dream as his crush, to partake in the nationals. Taiki starts training harder than ever, all for the sake of building a strong relationship with his new housemate. Okay, so she plays basketball, and he plays badminton. That is not the dynamic I would have expected, if I'm going to be honest with you. There was also Tomie movies, by the way. I did know that. There's like fucking a lot of them, too. There's like 3 or 4 of them. They aren't made by the same guy as Uzumaki and Long Dream. I haven't seen any of them. For what I know, the first one is an original movie, which, considering the Tomie music, is basically a collection of short stories revolving around Tomie from the late 80s to early 2000s. The original could work. I do know that the first Tomie movie was directed by the creator of Ju-on. I know that one of the movies involves Tomie fighting herself. It's called like Tomie versus Tomie or some shit. It's like I read the plot. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, this could be interesting. 25 episode romance anime. You know what? I'm actually in. I need more romances. I was just thinking like the other week how I have not been watching enough romance anime, which is crazy considering it's like my genre. It is my genre. I've seen more romance anime than most people have seen anime. Period. That sounds stupid. I don't want to see it now. Aru Fuerte, Shokugyo de Sekai Saikyo Season 3, or Aru Fuerte from Commonplace to World's Strongest Season 3. Aru Fuerte is the stupidest isekai anime I have ever seen. I think. Probably. It's fucking up there with Masters of Ragnarok. Have you seen Midori Days? Is that the one with the guy with the little girl for the hand? Because if so, no. Midori no Hibi? Yeah, no, I have not. Intentionally. I have intentionally not seen it. I was aware of it, and I have not seen it on purpose. Anyway, yeah, this is, Aru Fuerte is arguably, other than maybe Masters of Ragnarok, the stupidest fucking isekai show I have ever actually watched. And I absolutely refuse to watch Season 3 of this. Absolutely fucking refuse. Okay, Dungeon ni Dai wo Motomeru no wa Machigateru Daru ka 5 Hojo no Megami Hen, or Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon 5? Goddess Festival, a fruit festival that brings the labyrinth of city of Ororio to life. Goddesses symbolizing fertility are enshrined on the altar, and among them is the goddess of beauty, Bel Cranel, who has survived and returned to his daily life from the depths of the dungeons, is here and ready to enjoy the bustle of the Goddess Festival until he receives a letter from a girl at a small bar in the corner of Ororio. To Mr. Bell, please go on a date with just the two of us at the upcoming Goddess Festival. From Seer. Seer's single-minded determination will drive both Bell and the Labyrinth City crazy. Meanwhile, Einharjar, I can't fucking even remotely do Norse, and I never will. The warriors who claim to be the strongest are now suddenly on the move. Another anime I'm shocked hasn't. It'd be really good if they didn't have so many boob jokes. Are Fuerte or Midori Days? Okay, so, for those unfamiliar with Danmachi, Season 1 is boring. It's boring in a creative way because it shows, Season 1 of Danmachi fucking fascinated me. Because it was super boring, but, kind of liked that it was boring because it portrays being an adventurer and being, a low-tier, low-level adventurer as a sort of, a daily grind job. You wake up, you go to the dungeon, you stab a bunch of goblins, you pick up magic stones, you sell the magic stones, and you do that day in and day out till your level goes up and you get to do something interesting. So it was boring in a creative way that sort of added to the narrative of the story, but there's no way around it. Danmachi Season 1 was fucking boring. Danmachi Season 2, I believe, was not particularly good, but it did have a spin-off which was about the character Ines Wallenstein. And fun fact about Ines is, I've said this before, in Season 1, she seems like a dumb, ditzy sort of character that never knows what's going on. And then when I watched the spinoff, first off, the spinoff was fucking great. It was the best part of Danmachi. And second off, I realized that the reason Ines always seems confused about what is happening around her is because she is, and I kind of love this concept, a normal person in a world filled with anime characters. And the reason she always seems confused is because when you get into her head, you have these people making these insane, out-of-pocket, bombastic reactions, and she's just sitting there going, what the fuck is happening right now? When you see in Belle's head how he gets nervous around Ines and he curls up into a fetal position and just rolls away from her like a fucking, roly-poly bug, it's hilarious from his perspective. But when you see it from Ines' perspective, she's just standing there going, what the fuck just happened? What the fuck is happening? And I loved the Ines spinoff because it really does show that she's a normal person and everyone else is insane. But anyway, crazy enough, Danmachi has been getting, progressively better as it goes. Season 1 sucked, and it has just been getting better and better. Fucking Season 4 was kind of a banger, and dog, the fucking Juggernaut. Holy shit, that thing is straight out of a fucking horror anime. The fucking show changed genres last season. It was fucking crazy. That's why I put Castle Super Beast while I grind my archetypes and metaphor. Wait, in what context? I'm the Juggernaut bitch. Dog, I'm not fucking with you. The show changed genres when that thing showed the fuck up, alright? It was a classic, fantasy adventure harem series, and then the Juggernaut showed up, and it just started ripping people apart. One of the girls, you see a girl burn to death and scream in pain during one of those fucking fights. It is ripping limbs off of people. People are dying in agony. It is a fucking nightmare. The Juggernaut had no business being in this fucking show. Because killing the same skeletons and slimes. Oh, yes. No, the fucking Season 4 shocked the shit out of me. I could not believe that thing was in it. Holy shit. Anyway, yeah, I'm on board for Season 5. I cannot believe I'm saying this. If you had told me I would be excited for a 5th season of Danmachi after Season 1 or 2, I would not have believed you. But holy shit, am I on board for Season 5 now. Danmachi's going places, somehow. It just needed to find its footing. Alright, Shangri-La Frontier, Kusoge Hunter, Kamige, Ni, Idolman, To... Sue, 2nd season, the X-Men character. No, actually, it's this horrible insect monster. I'll see if I can pull up a picture of it. Although the I'm the Juggernaut bitch, I believe, is a quote from the movie X3. Am I wrong about that? I think I'm not wrong about that. Juggernaut. Danmachi. I can't show a clip. One, because I'll get content claimed, and 2, because it's really fucking violent, actually. The fucking, or is it the Goliath? No, the Goliaths are the big guys. I hope I'm not misnaming it. I remember its fucking action. It lets its action speak for itself. I will fucking tell you that. I could have sworn it was called the Juggernaut. I think it was called the Juggernaut because it comes from... Yeah, the Juggernaut spawns as part of the dungeon's defense mechanism. Yes. So there isn't a link on the Danmachi wiki to the Juggernaut? That's fucking crazy. All I'm getting is the fucking light novel scene of this thing. The light novel scene is pretty fucking baller, though. Here, this seems to be it from the light novel. This seems to be light novel images of it. It has... Actually, I think this might be fan art. It has no fucking business being in this show. I very rarely have I ever seen a fucking monster show up in an anime and then the show changed genres. This is from the actual anime itself. This thing fucking changed the series into a horror anime for like one season. It is fucking crazy. Is this what I'm looking for? Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's the Juggernaut. Yeah, this thing changed the fucking genre of the anime from fantasy to horror. It is fucking crazy. Alright, Shangri-La Season 2. Apparently I read the plot of this in 2023, and I didn't think it sounded watchable, so I guess another season of that is coming out. It's getting 8 out of 10s. Sword Art Online, Gun, Gale, Online 2. Sword Art Online Alternative, Gun Gale Online 2. Alright, first thing you need to understand about Sword Art Online Alternative Gun Gale Online. Number one, it is the best part of all of Sword Art Online. Absolutely the best part of Sword Art Online. Although I will say War of Underworld is pretty fucking good too. But the second thing you need to know about Sword Art Online Alternative is it is not written by Reki Kawahara. It is actually written by Keiichi Sigasawa, and it's actually a spin-off written by someone else. So, if you're someone that does not like the writing styles of Reki Kawahara, don't worry, is what I will say to that. I'm on board, obviously. Season 1 was fantastic. Alright, excited about that. Fall looking like a banger season. Alright, we have... That's why it's good. Kimi wa Meido-sama. You are Miss Servant. Let's see. Hideyoshi Yokuya is a high school student who currently lives alone. One day, an unfamiliar girl knocks on his door and offers to be his maid. She reveals that she is a former assassin. Well, you've sold me now. I joke, but SAO Progressive is actually readable. I will actually say War of Underworld is the best war arc I have ever seen in an anime. I am not even joking, and I couldn't believe it when I watched it. I will say people talked up Alicization, and I actually thought technically War of Underworld is part of the Alicization arc. I think the first half of it's fucking bad. I did not enjoy the first part. Everyone was like, "Oh, Sword Art Online's good now." And I'm like, technically it was pretty good in the original Gun Gale arc. Actually, fuck you. Excuse me. The original Gun Gale arc was good. It was just surrounded by crap because it aired in the same season as fucking Caliburn and fucking Mother's Rosario. But But yeah, the first, arguably half of Alicization is fucking bad, and I don't understand why people say it was good. But fucking War of Underworld is actually really good, and I would say that Reki Kawahara is getting better as a writer as he goes. And I will say, so I will go even as far as to say that I think it is actually a shame that he did not write Sword Art Online at the, like, if he had started writing Sword Art Online with the, like, Aincrad arc at his current level of rating skill, it would be, like, way more well regarded than it currently is. Although I will have to say that a lot of the hate that Sword Art Online gets only happened after YouTubers started shitting on it, because when it first came out, I don't know how many people remember this, it was actually pretty well liked by the fan base, and then, like, I think Digi made a video being like, this fucking sucks. Here's a novel, a literal novel, a 50,000 word video essay about why it sucks. And then I think Mother's Basement jumped on the bandwagon and then rode that fucking shit home. And then there was like an Anime Man video, and then it just became more popular to hate on it. Not saying that everyone who hates Sword Art Online is just following YouTuber trends, but what I am saying is that when popular creators sort of set a precedent that they hate on things, it sort of results in larger grade bandwagoning. And so that's why I would say that although I don't think Sword Art Online is a perfect anime series / franchise, I will say that it gets more hate than it deserves, and that there are things that deserve both more hate, and it is not nearly as bad as people say it is. There. The fact that the dude cut out like half the cast and is better for it. Well, Progressive goes floor by floor, I think, right? So that's probably a large part of it. Anyway, the maid is a former assassin, which makes Hitoshi nervous, but when her skills save him from being run over by a truck, Hitoshi ultimately decides to take her in. However, the mysterious girl actually has no household skills. Excuse me. In fact, her only expertise is assassination, as she has lived her entire life for the sake of killing. Nonetheless, her time with Hitoshi allows her to experience new emotions she has never felt before, inspiring her to become a regular girl. In order to advance towards this upcoming chapter in her life, she asks Hitoshi to grant her a new name, to which he names her Yuki. Having someone she can finally consider family, Yuki acquires a new fond memories that fill her heart with warmth as she tries to leave her dark, lonely past behind. This actually sounds pretty interesting. I'll check this out, actually. I will not lie, I did enjoy the first season when I saw it. Say, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's stupid popcorn entertainment. It's like, you should, except for, I would argue that people don't go into the original Gun Gale arc with enough, thought. Like, I think there are a lot of things that could be explored with the original Gun Gale Online arc. I think it is legitimately good. But outside of the original Gun Gale arc, you should go into Sword Art Online like it's a fucking popcorn summer action flick. Like, turn your brain off, just have fun, is how Sword Art should be mostly treated. Except for, again, the first Gun Gale arc. People don't think enough about the first Gun Gale arc. The original Dot Hat games need to remain master. They are too fucking expensive. I know Pache got really into them at one point. Did I remember to mark this? I wanted to mark this. I marked this. Okay, we're good. All right, Dragon Ball Daima. Apparently this is canon. Apparently I have to watch this in order to keep up on my Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball Daima. Due to a conspiracy, Goku and his friends are turned small. What sort of adventure awaits Goku, Supreme Kai, and the new characters Glorio and Pansy in this unknown world, the Demon Realm? Apparently this is fucking canon somehow. So I guess I'll fucking watch it now that I'm a Dragon Ball watcher. Alright, you're shitting me. Renma 1/2 2024? In the year 2024? Really? By Mappa? By Mappa? Okay. Suwon Tendo runs the Tendo Martial Arts School, accompanied by his 3 daughters, Akane, Nabiki, and Kasumi. One day, the sisters' lives are turned upside down when their father announces that he has promised one of them to be married to a fellow martial arts son in hopes of carrying on the family's legacy. In addition to their mixed reactions, when the fiancé arrives, the last thing the Tendo family expects is Renma Sotome and his father Genma. Renma has been training in China with his father until an unfortunate accident changed them both. Now when water touches them, Renma turns into a girl and Genma into a giant panda. Ranma 1/2 follows Ranma as he attempts to get along with his newly betrothed, the youngest of the Tendo sisters, Akane. As the two begin to attend the same school, they deal with fellow friends and rivals, all of whom have something to say about their engagement. So the best thing we can probably say about this is that assuming it follows the plot of the manga, I can just watch this and not have to watch 700 episodes of the original anime, so I'm on board for that. Urusei Yatsura was a big hit, so they moved on to Ranma. My Son Ikaku gets skipped over. I'm not sad about that, not at all. I mean, hey, if Ranma does well, they might circle back. Kekon Suru te honto desu ka? 365 days to the wedding. Takia and Rika are co-workers in a travel agency in Tokyo. They're both single, but they don't mind since they're introverts with fulfilling lives at home. Unfortunately, now their job is looking to staff an office in Alaska, and non-married employees are the first to be considered. Rika is desperate to avoid the transfer and goes to Tokyo with an idea. If they pretend they're getting married in a year, they can stay in Tokyo. The only problem is the two of them barely know each other. If these two quiet co-workers fake a relationship, will it turn into something real? They may remake Inuyasha, I bet. I would not be disappointed in that, actually. I think Inuyasha could use a remake, to be honest. Not that there's anything wrong with the original one, but, like, it could definitely use some trimming, and I wouldn't mind if it gets the MAPPA treatment. Honestly, though, controversially, I think MAPPA over-animates their shit. I'd rather, like, a Madhouse or a Trigger. Probably not Trigger. I'd rather Madhouse. I'd rather a Madhouse or a Bones do Inuyasha, if I'm being honest. I fucking MAPPA makes, like, flashy, colorful anime for fucking brain rot Gen Alpha kids. Ever heard of 1 Pound Gospel? I think I've watched the anime. I have heard of 1 Pound Gospel. Yes, I have. Alright. Tensei Kizoku Kante Skill de Nariyagaru second season. As a reincarnated noble, I use my appraisal skill to rise in the world. Season 2! This is the second season of that bullshit I'm not reading a second time. Which I have marked. It was a spring 2024. Wait, season 2 is airing in the same year? Oh, they rushed that shit. Holy sh... Oh, that is some rushed show. Alright. Hitori Bochi no Isekai Koryaku Loner Life in Another World. When sarcastic loner Haruka gets transported with his class to another world, he's not wild about venturing, but he wouldn't mind having some cool powers. Unfortunately, he's the last in line when the magic cheat skills get devied up. So by the time it's Haruka's turn, there's no good choices left. Now Haruka will have to take on this fantasy world the hard way, on his own, with a hodgepodge of bizarre skills. When infighting and chaos break out among his classmates, can this loner come to the rescue? Interesting. This could be bad. Or it could be good. I'm seeing action, adventure, fantasy, isekai. I'm not seeing harem, despite this image seeming like it's a harem. But I'm not seeing it marked comedy. So is this not a comedy? What's the light novel marked? I'm still not seeing this. What is this? If this is played straight, it's terrible, I'm sure. Huh. You know what? Yeah, fuck it. I'm on. I'm in. If it's bad, I will never watch season 2, though. I can guarantee you that. Alright, what do we got? Oh no, Exorcist. Yuki no Hatehen. Blue Exorcist, Beyond the Snow saga. Alright, so I have read a good chunk of the manga for Blue Exorcist. And I know the anime adaptions of this show are absolute fucking nightmares. Like, they fucked up season 1 and went anime only on the ending, and then they had to just, like, fix it in season 2. They did that thing, and then I think they've been, like, struggling to get it on fucking track ever since then. I would probably go back to the manga at one point. Is the manga over? Okay. Okay, the manga's not over yet. I mean, honestly, I would be more interested in going to the manga than I would watching the fucking anime at this point. Rise wa tanin ga Yeah, I don't know. Yakuza fiance Rise wa Taningiai. Really? Yoshino Some would have been a normal high schooler if not for the fact that she's the granddaughter of the leader of the Osaka-based Some group, the Kansai region's largest Yakuza organization. One day, Yoshino hurries home after hearing of the news about the unification of Kansai and Kanto's biggest syndicates, the Some and the Miyama groups. This, according to the article, will result in the marriage of the leader's grandchildren, one of whom is Yoshino herself. Despite her best efforts to annul the arrangement, Yoshino has to go to Tokyo to visit her fiancé, Kirishima Miyama, who is unexpectedly nice and charming. During their first meeting, Yoshino is swept up in various events and becomes unable to refuse moving to Tokyo, which is why half a year later she now lives with the Miyama group. At school, she soon realizes that Kirishima is very popular, so her relationship with him garners the hate of his fangirls and subsequently results in bullying. To make matters worse, Kirishima could not be further away from her Prince Charming, since he is, after all, well born to be a Yakuza member. Rise wa Tanin ga Ie follows Yoshino and her new life in Tokyo that is filled with nothing but trouble connected to the underworld. However, though she wishes to be as far from it as possible, this isn't Yoshino's first time dealing with the world of Yakuza. I've seen clips from this. Have you heard of the new Yakuza show, the one based on the games? No, I have not heard of that. No, I was not aware they were making that. I've seen clips from this, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I would like this. Is that a third season of Tower of God? Kaminoto Kobusen, Tower of God Season 2 Workshop Battle. Obviously, I'll watch this. Obviously, I'll watch this. I'm not even gonna mark it. We already know I'm gonna watch it. All right. Is it gonna be like an adaptation of like Yakuza 1 or something? How are they doing it? I ask as if I'm ever gonna watch this. It's probably Japanese, and I'm probably never gonna bother. Nageki no Bore wa Intai Shitai. Shitai. Let this grieving soul retire. The golden age has dawned for treasure hunters who raid treasure vaults all over the world in search of glory, despite the dangers. Immeasurable wealth, fame, and power await those who prevail. Let's be treasure hunters. This promise between Cry Andri and his friends came to a sad conclusion when young Cry realized he didn't have treasure hunting bone in his body. Yet for some reason, people's expectations of Cry. I have no idea. Cry? Airing on Amazon Prime. Interesting. I mean, is it Japanese or is it like an American adaptation? Like, how are they? What? As did the dangers to his life, while his friends become greater, greedier beasts. Cry mastered the art of begging and pleading. Witness the weal and woe of a man who just wants to retire. Honestly, this sounds like this would probably be miserable. I'll come back to it if I see some clips or something that suggests there's something there, but honestly, this sounds like this would probably not be watchable for me. I'd probably hate this. Rikishi ni Nokurou Akujo ni Naruzo. I'll become a villainess who goes down in history. Oh, shit, yes! Another Otome ripoff. Probably. Alicia is the eldest daughter of the noble Williams family, a bloodline that excels in dark magic. Her jet black hair and golden eyes command a powerful presence, but her most unique features are, without a doubt, her sharp tongue and malevolent nature. By all means, she's a villainess, but also a fictional character from an Otome. I knew it! I knew it was an Otome ripoff! As an ardent admirer of Alicia, a young, unnamed woman wishes to be her. Fortunately, a sleepy truck driver grants her wish in a bizarre twist of events, killing and subsequently reincarnating her as 7-year-old Alicia inside the game. With sufficient knowledge of how the game plays out, Alicia is confident she will go down as the greatest villainess in history as long as she endeavors to work hard. However, she soon begins realizing that escaping Alicia's fate is not so simple as it seemed. Oh, shit. All right, so this is my life as a villainess, but the villainess is deciding to play it straight. Instead of being like, I'm gonna seduce the heroine, or I just want to not die, this is a villainess who's like, I'm gonna be a bad guy. And you know what? I'm on board. Fuck it. I don't care. Where are my standards? I lost them somewhere. Alright. Chikyo no undo ni suite. Suite. Orb on the movements of the earth. 15th century Poland, a time when heretical ideas led to those who possessed such a mindset to be burned at the stake for their beliefs. Rafal, a child prodigy, is expected to be a major in theology at university, the most important subject at the time. However, one day he meets a mysterious man and begins researching a potential truth amid heretical ideas. Is that like... I would have said Copernicus, but none of these characters are named Copernicus. What's the heretical idea? We see stars swirling in the sextant. What's the heretical idea? Is this based on something? Is this like a real guy? Here we go. 15th century Europe, heretics are burned at the stake. Rafal is a brilliant young man expected to enter university and study theology, blah, blah, blah. But Rafal values reason above all else, which leads him to the shocking conclusion that the earth orbits the sun, and into the hands of the Inquisition. A decade later, two members of the Watch Guild, the young Gower, Oxy, and the cynical Gross, find a hidden stone chest that details the secrets of the universe Rafal left behind. Dare they try to change their own stars by selling the heretical texts, or would that only lead to the stake and fire? Is this like a real dude? Was there a real 15th century dude named Rafal? Because I thought Copernicus was the one that discovered the earth revolved around the sun. Or am I just fucking... Or did, like, Rafal beat him to it, but lived in Poland? Is this, like, a real guy? I typed in Rafal, 15th century Poland, and I'm getting articles about the Middle Ages of Poland, and a single link to this dude. Like, to this specific manga. So I'm thinking this guy doesn't exist. Yeah, I'm thinking this wasn't a real dude. Yeah, because, I mean, I typed this in, I'm just getting links to this manga. Which is weird, then, that they made up a fictional character, because they could have just used Copernicus. Because he was, like, under house arrest for his entire life. And also lived in the 15th century. What the fuck? And was born in Poland. What the fuck? Wait a minute. So Copernicus was a 15th century Polish man who discovered that the earth revolves around the sun, and this is a manga about a 15th century Polish man who discovers the earth revolves around the sun, and he's not Copernicus. Why? Why not just make it about Copernicus? I'm so fucking confused. All right. Amagami-san shi no enmusubi. Tying the knot with an Amagami sister. Ryu Kamihate has had a rough start to life, but plans to forget it all by achieving his dream, matriculating into medical school. But when he arrives at his new foster home, a working shrine, his dreams of a quiet place to study go up in smoke. Not only will he be living with 3 beautiful, lively Amagami sisters, but he learns that he must marry one of them and take over the temple. All right, so you gotta watch anime like this, where there's multiple heroines and you can only end up with one of them. You gotta watch this shit, right? Because you're gonna pick your girl, and there is, in this case, a 1 out of 3 chance your girl ain't gonna win. By the way, if your girl is not one out of these 3, your girl is almost certainly not gonna win. I'm just gonna tell you that right now. So you really gotta watch this. You really gotta watch these multiple heroine stuff, alright? Alright? Because you don't want to pick the wrong girl. You don't want to back the wrong horse. You gotta watch out for this. Alright? So has the manga ended? That's what I need to know. Is the manga over? The manga is not over. That means there's no official girl yet. That means you gotta watch out. That's a warning sign. That means back out, come back when the manga's over, then you can back the right horse. And it matters to back the right horse, right? You've got to get the right girl, because if you don't get the right girl, you're not backing the right horse, it's really fucking upsetting. It's really fucking upsetting. I've been down that road too many times to go back. Just like Devil is a part-timer. Doesn't he? Is there? Oh yeah, there's like 2 girls in that. Did you back the wrong horse and Devil is a part-timer? Because he ends up with the hero in that, doesn't he? I think there was only like 2 girls in that. Oh, he doesn't end up with a hero? I thought they had like a kid together. He ends up with his coworker. Huh. Weird? Weird choice. Because I know they end up with like a kid that they end up adopting together. So it seems like he would have ended up with the hero then. Yeah, she's in the fucking poster. She's right there. I can see her. I can visibly see her with my eyeballs. So yeah, that's just a fucking weird narrative choice on that one. I'm not even mad about that. That's just fucking strange. I mean, he has better chemistry with the coworker, but it is still a weird choice. Okay. Saikyo no Shien Shoku Wajutsushi de Aru Ore wa Sekai Saikyo Clan wo Shitageru. People were mad. I can fucking imagine. The most notorious talker runs the world's greatest clan. Noel longs to be a seeker like his heroic grandfather, slaying the beasts that emerge from the abysses. Sure. And exploring far-off lands. Unfortunately, it turns out he's nothing but a measly talker, a job with no combat skills whatsoever. Undaunted, Noel sets out to establish the strongest clan in all the land, using his silver-tongued talker skills to unite assassins and heroes under his leadership. This might be decent. Or it's terrible. Oh yeah, Japanese nerds are fucking crazy. You are not wrong. Although, let's be fair. Nerds everywhere are also pretty crazy. Excuse me. Alright, so I would say, arguably, that I could see room for this being a mature, interesting sort of anime where the main character uses his sort of wits and charisma to win people over in place of his combat skills. But then the cover of this has him wearing a fucking edgy furred leather jacket and holding like a pistol with like that fucking like old school anime laser eye effect on him. And it makes me think that it's not gonna be that. Is what I think is the problem is like, I could see this working, but it looks like it probably won't. So I'm not gonna get into it. Now 2099. This sounds like a fucking... sounds like a shitty 2000s movie. The cyberpunk metropolis, Shinjuku. In the futuristic city of Shinjuku. You've never seen a city like this before. A massive city, state-backed, bed-decked with neon signs, towering skyscrapers, and the latest cutting-edge technology. It is here, in the year 2099 of the Fused Era, where the legendary demon lord Veltol has his second coming 5 centuries in the making, but this landscape is nothing like the one he conquered all those years ago, for the fusion of magic and engineering has elevated civilization to dazzling, unprecedented heights. Veltol may have been reduced to a historical footnote, but make no mistake, this brave new world will be his for the taking. I guarantee you this is terrible. There is exactly 0 doubt in my mind that this is complete dog shit. Part of me wants to know how bad this is. Because you know it's bad. You know there is almost a 0% chance this is even remotely a watchable show. But then the other part of me is saying that at 23 minutes and 12 episodes, there's like 5 hours of this. And do I really want to sit through it for 5 hours? Not really. Adi Shankar, the guy who made the shitty Castlevania show, that's a good Castlevania show made. You are in the minority on that one. It's a good Castlevania show. He's got his DMC show, and his tweets are not inspiring confidence. Goes on and on about how Virgil is a tormented anti-hero. Pretty sure Virgil is just a straight-up villain. Why is it always Shinjuku? Because Shinjuku's fancy, and it's fun to say. I don't have a lot of faith in the DMC show, though. Apparently the Nocturne show, which I've not gotten around to watching, fucking sucked. It's nothing like that. That's a terrible argument made. There are plenty of things that take sort of like inspiration from pieces of media that make it their own and their quality, even if they don't follow the games. That's a terrible argument. It doesn't make any sense. Sayonara Ryusei, konnichiwa jinsei, goodbye dragon life. Long ago, a human managed to defeat the oldest, most powerful dragon of them all. This dragon was so strong that even the gods feared it, but it accepted its end all alone. Then suddenly, the dragon woke up in a new life as a guy named Dolan, living in a faraway village. Living as a regular person now, Dolan works hard in the fields and hunts for food. Even though life in the village is simple, it's also cozy and makes him happy in ways he never felt as a dragon. But one day, while exploring a swamp, Dolan meets Selena, a creature who's part human and part snake called a Lamia. She's looking for a partner, but admits she's not great at getting humans to like her because she's part snake. Despite their differences, Dola and Serena start to become friends. However, they face lots of challenges from outside forces. Join them on a magical adventure as a once mighty dragon begins a new life in a quiet corner of the world. I mean, it feels nothing like Castlevania. You've never even played Castlevania, so you can't counter me. First off, I have played Castlevania. Second off, I played Symphony of the Night. Second off, it doesn't need to feel like Castlevania to be a good show. You could make an argument that it's a poor adaptation of Castlevania, and it very well might be. In fact, it probably is. I will say that, but that doesn't mean it is inherently a bad show. There's just because something is a bad adaptation doesn't mean when you take it as its own standalone product, it is inherently bad. That makes no fucking sense. Does not feel like a Garth Ennis comic. It absolutely does not feel like a Garth... Making sure I didn't get Garth Ennis mixed with someone else. Yeah, no, he's the preacher guy. Yeah, no, it feels nothing like a fucking Garth Ennis comic. Alright. Wait, I had that marked as planned to watch? That didn't even sound good. Why do I have this marked? This does not sound good. Why do I have this marked? Did I see a clip or something? Huh. No. Yeah, I don't know why I was interested in this. Maybe I saw a clip or something. I don't understand. If I marked it, I'll trust myself. But like, that's fucking weird. Party kara tsuiho sarate sono chiyoshi jitsu wa saikyo ni tsuki. The healer who was banished from his party is in fact the strongest. Wow. Wow, of course he was. Alright, a healer gets booted from his party because the leader notices he isn't really contributing much to the team. Soon enough, the healer must look for new members to party with. After finding a cute martial artist to work together with, he reveals his secret. While he's fairly mediocre healer, he actually fights well in close combat. This is the story of a support who's secretly a DPS and where the entire conflict stems from the fact that he never told his old party he was a DPS. Okay. Sure. Alright, moving on. Yarinoshi Reijo wa Ryote Haika wo Koryo Kuchu. The do-over damsel conquers the Dragon Emperor. Jill Saville's fiancé of the Crown Prince Gerald D. Claytos. Claytos. I have no idea. And known as the Lady Goddess of War. Jesus, that is a terrible title. Is being hunted down by the same country she swore to protect. Betrayed by her betrothed, she's framed as a traitor and imprisoned. In her last moments, Jill is filled with regret, but just as death approaches, she awakens 6 years in the past. This time, she will not be a mere pawn. Now, as a 10-year-old girl, Jill resolves to escape her imminent engagement to the prince. To this end, she jokingly professes her love to the 19-year-old Dragon Emperor, Hades Theos Rave, who will one day stain the land in blood due to madness, but against all expectations, he accepts. In contrast to the tyrant from Jill's memories, the Hades of this time is a kind, albeit unfortunate, emperor. Can Jill prevent Hades from descending down the same dark villainous road, or is he bound to inevitable future? Alright, I'm going to mark this plain to watch. That sounds good. Okay, here's the thing. I'm still thinking about this fucking Garth Ennis comment, and I'm not making an argument. All I'm saying is, can we talk about how Garth Ennis is like the most overrated comic book fucking writer of all time? Like, he really sucks. Can we say that? Am I allowed to say that? Like, even like Preacher's really fucking stupid. Can I? I'm gonna put it out there. Preacher is fucking stupid. And God, have you ever read Crossed? Holy shit, dude. His Punisher, I have heard his Punisher Max I've heard Punisher Max was good. I have heard that. I almost don't believe it. I find that hard to believe. Oh my God, Garth Ennis is just like, the problem with Garth Ennis is, like, he's edgy, alright? Like, there's no way around it. He's just, like, edgy for the sake of edgy. It's, like, not even, like, in a fun way. He's just, like, look at all this horrible bullshit, and, like, The thing about Garth Ennis is, which I guess I could see why that would work for Punisher specifically, but like the thing about it is like it's not in service to anything. Is my problem with Garth Ennis? It's like there's no like greater depth. It's like the equivalent of like if you got like. If you gave a large budget to like a bunch of like fucking 14-year-old like fucking how do I say this in a way that won't get me banned off Twitch? If you gave a high budget to a bunch of like 14-year-old boys who are at like the bottom of their social ring and are into really macabre ideals, you know, the type of students like that. Like fucking, you know, like fucking Twitch sucks and I hate this website. You know, the kind that are really into guns, that kind. And you made them like make a fucking horror movie or shit. That's like Garth Ennis' shit. It's like edgy bullshit shock humor for like children. It is fucking terrible. There's like no greater depth to it. It's just bullshit. It's just edgy bullshit. Garth Ennis made the worst run of Hellblazer. I'm glad we can collectively come together and shit on Garth Ennis. So is Adi Shankar. Okay, but the thing is that the fucking Castlevania show is not edgy bullshit for the sake of edgy bullshit. I'm not gonna say it's like the most like deep, well thought out plot, but like but it's not nearly as edgy as Garth Ennis would fucking make things work. Honestly, I know it's worked on by Warren Ellis. It's not even like on the scale of like Warren Ellis edge. It's actually pretty fucking mild compared to something like God, not Black Summer, the other one. Super Gods, obviously, but what is the fucking Warren Ellis comic I'm thinking of? He did like a trilogy, and it was Black Summer, Super Gods, and the one that was actually just edgy bullshit. Fucking God, what the fuck am I thinking of right now? What am I thinking of? What the fuck was the Warren Ellis shit I'm thinking of? This is important all of a sudden, I've decided. Anyway, even as far as like Warren Ellis comics go, it's not that it's not just like edgy bullshit for the sake of bullshit. Like the characters are fairly well characterized. I will say that there's too much fucking cursing in the show for sure. But like the characters have like decent like characterization. And like actual credible banter. It's just not like, oh, woe is me. You don't have just characters getting fucking slaughtered and raped and mutilated for the sake of it, like you would have in like a Garth Ennis run. And it actually manages to tell a like neatly packed, cohesive narrative. Like even as far as like who actually worked on it, which is like Adi Shankar and like Warren Ellis, it's still among like their best works. What the fuck is the comic I'm thinking of? He did 3 comics. Yeah, here's his fucking bibliography. Thank you. Holy shit, why was this taking so long to find? What a bunch of X-Men bullshit, Doctor Strange, Thor, End Times, some bullshit. He worked on Thunderbolts on fucking Ultimate Comics, Image Comics, Wildstorm, Top Crow, Control. Oh, when was Black Summer? 2006? Black Summer was 2008. No Hero? Oh, I'm thinking of No Hero, I think. Yeah, I'm thinking of No Hero. Yeah, No Hero was a Warren Ellis comic that was more like a was more like a fucking Garth Ennis comic. Like that was edgy bullshit for the sake of being edgy bullshit. No, I did mean, yeah. It was a comic called No Hero by Warren Ellis. Of all of the Warren Ellis comics, that was edgy bullshit for the sake of being edgy bullshit. Alucard, pretty sure he was raped for no reason. Alucard was not raped Alucard was not raped in the Castlevania show. He was having consensual threesome with a pair of twins who attempted to murder him in the middle of the act. That's not even that edgy. And two, it was like, he was fucking in bed and they came in the bed and it was getting very consenty up in there until the murder attempt happened. So, yeah. There is a bit of an anti-religious tinge to it, which is Garth Ennis-esque. But let's be real, if it was fucking Garth Ennis, instead of having, like, the preacher in the show be like a pompous, up his own ass, like, arrogant dude, the preacher would have been, like, a fucking child molester who eats, like, fucking children penises or some shit. Like, let's be real. Don't say I'm wrong. Garth Ennis is a fucking crazy person. Kamu no Hashi, Ron no Kindan, Suiri, second season. Ron Kamu no Hashi's Forbidden Deductions, season 2. You know who'd be good friends with Garth Ennis? Kota Hirano. I think I'm unfamiliar. What did you do? Oh, the High School of the Dead. Isn't he dead? I thought he was dead. Wait. Oh, no. Kota Hirano is a High School of the Dead character. Kota Hirano is the guy who did the manga Hellsing and Drifters. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah. Yeah. I already read this and apparently I already marked it down, so good for me, I guess. What do we got here? We got Suma Shogakusei ni Naru. How are we still fucking going? How is this stream still happening? How long have I been fucking streaming at this point? An hour. I cannot believe that. Alright, Suma Show. Kaisuke Nijima lost his beloved wife, Takae, 10 years ago. Since then, he doesn't feel alive and is seen as a gloomy man. The only family Kaisuke is left with is his only daughter, Mai. Kaisuke wants Mai to be happy, but he's not done anything for his daughter other than providing living expenses. The father and daughter time stopped 10 years ago. They are living in the same house, but live very separate lives and do not communicate well. Excuse me. One day, an elementary school girl appears in front of the Nijima house and claims that she is the reincarnation of Takie. That seems like that could go in a very strange, possibly uncomfortable direction. So, we'll be passing on that. Rurouni Kenshin, Meiji Kenkaku Ramatan, Kyoto Doran. Or Rurouni Kenshin, Kyoto Disturbance. I feel like So they are remaking Kenshin. I feel like I forgot about that. I guess they're remaking Kenshin. Mecha Ude. Mecha Ude, mechanical arms. Long ago, alien life forms come to Earth, fusing with people on the planet. Due to their appearances, they were dubbed Mecha Ude. When they fused, they bore a striking resemblance to mechanized limbs. Though in voluntary partnership, average middle schooler Hikaru Amatsuga works alongside the Mecha Ude Arma, who is extremely rare and special existence. To protect Arma, the resistance group ARMS assigns the dual Mecha Ude user Aki Murasama Murasame to follow him wherever he goes. However, she is also looking for a mysterious snake-type Mecha Ude wielder who has put many of her comrades in a critical state. Behind the scenes, an organization known as the Kagami Group is searching for the mythical Trigger Arm, a Mecha Ude said to grant unlimited power. When Aki's life is threatened by this group, Hikaru must team up with Arma to find the courage to fight back, and along the way, learn that his life will never be ordinary again. Alright, Mal Rewrite usually does a better job than this. This is fucking... that is a terrible synopsis. Alright, what do we got? We got... they're remaking Kenshin, conflicted with it. On one hand, I love Kenshin. Seeing the Jinshu arc animated would be awesome. On the other hand, fuck Watsuki. You know what? Watsuki, I'm assuming, is the mangaka. Fucking fair enough? Yeah, fair enough. I get that. Alright, 7th season of Natsumi Yuchijo. This is Natsumi's Book of Friends, right? Yeah, season 7. There's basically no way I haven't written the plot of Natsumi's Book of Friends at some point. It's 2018. I feel like there's no way I have not read this before. If I read the movie, I had to have read this before. I'm not going back. We're not reading all of this. This I've read before on stream, I think, because I believe Woohoo Brokeback recommended it at one point, and so I'm pretty sure I've read that on stream, and so I'm not. We're not. They're making a 7th season of Natsumi's Book of Friends. Now that is a show I can't believe is still going. Nega Posi Angler, or Negative Positive Angler. The story follows Tsunehiro Sasaki, a depressed college student burdened with debt, and being told that he only has 2 years left to live. After falling into the sea while on a run from debt collectors, Tsunehiro is rescued by friends Hana and Takaki, and soon becomes hooked on fishing himself. Well, that sounds like... that just sounds depressing, frankly. But it's by Noit Mao-sama Retry R. Demon Lord Retry R. Crunchyroll is trying to get me to watch this. The Demon Lord continues his adventures in this revamped series after encountering the mysterious entity in the lowest level of the Bastille dungeon. He sets out for Hellion territory where Grand Devils vie for domination of the realm. With the addition of a new advisor, the seemingly hopeless optimist Akane, the Demon Lord army grows even more powerful and their hijinks even more wackier. Did I have this marked down as wanting to... No, apparently this didn't sell me on it in 2019. Dog, if you couldn't sell me in 2019, holy shit. Alright, what do we got? Hoshifuru Okoku no Nina. Nina, the Starry Bride. Nina had a rough life to start, stealing to survive and eventually being sold into slavery by her own brother. But to her surprise, her captor, Prince Azure, ordained that she would live the life of a princess, specifically that of the recently deceased Princess Priestess Alicia. But despite her changing fortune, Nina won't give up her old life without a fight, and Azure might just be the one to finally match her wits. But how much can she trust Azure, and can she stop the feelings budding in her heart, knowing she must eventually marry another? Absolutely not watching that. Alright. This looks sort of familiar to me. What is this? Hokago Shonen Hanako-kun, Part 2. After School Hanako-kun. Oh, yes. Yes, we read the plot of this in 2013. Moving on. Oh my god, why is this season so long? Gokon ni Itara Onaga Inakata Hanashi. How I Tended an All-Guy Mixer. Oh, okay. This is a Shonen Ai series, isn't it? College student Tokiwa gets invited to a mixer by his female classmate Suo, but when he arrives with his friends, they're greeted by 3 dazzlingly handsome men. And adult cast cross-dressing comedy romance. I am confused how this is a comedy romance adult cast and cross-dressing. All of the main cast members are male. None of the images are for female characters, and this is not marked as a shonen ai. Like, genuinely, how is this not shonen ai? This has to be shown in I. This has to be shown in I. And that's something from someone doesn't read Hetery. I'm a Yuri head. I'm raw up to chapter 20 from this point in spoilers. You fucking... Girls they meet are simply cross-dressing for the part-time job they had to go into a cross-dressing bar. Okay. The twist is the all-guy mixer is probably girls cross-dressing. You've nailed it. You have successfully nailed it. Yes, you got it. You got the plot twist. Be my guess. I've read manga with similar plots on manga decks before. Okay, yeah, no, you've nailed it. Yes, they're all women. Okay. My brain was twisting. I was like, what the fuck? Okay, interesting. I mean, it could be fun, but I don't know if I'm sold on this, you know? I'm kind of not sold on it. Many were so bad, I didn't want them on my list. Well, have you read How I Attended an All-Guy Mixer? It's probably terrible. Alright, MF Ghost, second season. This is the second season of motherfucking Ghost. Which came out in 2023, and apparently I decided didn't sound watchable. Nanatsu no Taizai, Moku Shirooku no Yonkishi second season, The Seven Deadly Sins, Four Nights of the Apocalypse season 2. Seven Deadly Sins was an anime that had a really good season 1 and a really bad everything after season 1. Because season 1 of the anime was like... let me explain. Season 1 of Seven Deadly Sins was so good because it was basically an epic level D&D campaign where the main characters were so high level that they like come back and they just beast mode through all of the fucking competition. And so it ends up sort of taking on a comedic tone because of how outrageously over the top everything was. And then season 2 onward, they start dealing with the demons who are actually on level with the sins, if not stronger than them. And it devolves from being like a group of overpowered chuckle fuck adventurers to just becoming like a serious like fantasy action series, and it's a very bad fantasy action series. It's also worth noting that the first fight scene of Nanatsu no Taizai, like the base level enemy that gets embarrassed, like fucking swings his sword and a mountain explodes, and then like when you get onto like the fights in the late in like season 2 onward of Nanatsu no Taizai, like all of the enemies are weaker. Like you never see anything on the scale of how fucking crazy over the top shit was in like season 1 ever again, and it just becomes a very generic, terrible, boring fighting anime. I like manga about guys cross-dressing. Understood? So I can only imagine that if the anime of Nanatsu no Taizai has continued to get worse after I stopped watching it, it was getting worse as the seasons went on, and I think I fell off at like season 3 or something. I can only imagine, like, at what is essentially season 8, I can only imagine this is fucking unwatchable now. Ao no Miburo, Blue Miburo. It's 1863, the twilight of the shogunate, and the Japan is on the cusp of monumental change. The streets of the nation's capitals are soaked in blood as political upheaval and rising tensions between masterless, wandering ronin and the government samurai set the stage for one of the most turbulent times in Japan's history. Young orphan Neo is no stranger to the harsh realities of the world, and yet he can't help but cling to his burning passion for justice and desire to change the world for the better. One day he crosses paths with two men who'll become central central figures of the coming revolution, Hijikata Toshiizo and Okita Soji, two of the founding members of a group hated Ronin known as the Miburo, who would later become known as the Shinsengumi. Inspired by the efforts of the so-called Blue Wolves of Mibo, Neo decides to join the ranks to carve the path to the world he wishes to see. But with new betrayals and reversals every day, will Neo be able to stay true to his conscience? Okay, interesting, but I've seen it before. Like, not the anime or the manga, but, like, the exact plotline is what I'm saying. How are there more anime in this season? Holy shit, how much is left? Oh my fucking god! Oh my fucking god! In Yakuza Ishin, Okita Soji is Majima. Okay, interesting. I'm a little bit less familiar with that time period than I am the Sengoku period. Kabushiki Gaisha, Maji Lumiere, or Maji Lumiere, Magical Girls Incorporated. Magical Girl, a profession that undertakes the work of exterminating a kind of natural disaster called a kai. Kani Sakurage is a female college student who struggles with job hunting, is picked by Magical Girl startup company, and Magical Girl work life starts now? Bitch, are you kidding me? I am so in to the idea of this show that I probably think I have the manga marked down already, and if not, I probably should have, and if not, I've probably already seen it. I've already seen this anime. I am so into this anime that I've already watched it. I knew I had the manga marked down. I knew it. I fucking knew it. I'm like, this sounds vaguely familiar. I'm only familiar with it because Rurouni Kenshin, which gives a little brief history lessons. I am like vaguely familiar with the Meiji Restoration. But it's not my go-to Japan history time period. Yokai Gakko no Sensei Hajimemashite. A terrified teacher at Ghoul School. Rookie teacher Haruki Abe is as cowardly as they come. It's hard enough for him to handle human students without whimpering. And now he's going to be teaching at a school full of monsters. It's a classroom of horrors for Haruaki, as his mischievous students use every means at their disposal to prank him. Will this poor teacher be able to get his group of ghouls under control, or is his class doomed for failure? I feel like I would hate this show specifically because I would feel too bad for the main character. Love Live Superstar third season. So it seems like Love Live has started doing third seasons. They used to stop after 2 seasons, and you know what? Good. That so many Love Live shows needed fucking 3 to 4 seasons to get off the fucking ground. Like, if the original Love Live had fucking 3 seasons, it would have been even better. Basically, one side wanted to make Japan more, but I know what happened. I know what happened. And reinstate the emperor to a power which had only been a figurehead basically ever. The other side wants to keep the shogun in power. You probably knew that, but that's all you really need to know. Everyone has a dream they strive to achieve, and so does the musically talented Kanon Shibuya. However, due to her stage fright, Kanon fails to make it into Uegakura girls' school music program, and instead ends up in the general curriculum. Even though Kanon makes a conscious decision to quit music altogether, her classmate Teng Keki rekindles Kanon's passion for music with her own, a passion for school idols. Although Keki and Kanon try to form a school idol group, their efforts meet strong opposition from Ren Hazuki, the daughter of the school's director. This is the plot of every Love Live. Even so, the girls visit the director, who allows them to set up their school idol club under one condition: they must win first place at the Yayoigi School Idol Festival. This is the plot of every Love Live. The resilience of these aspiring idols is to put to the test as they face the challenges that come their way. Throughout their journey, the girls make new friends and meet new members that join them to become dazzling idols others can only imagine. This is the plot of every Love Live. You don't seem dumb, May. Don't beat yourself up too much. Here's how you should know you're not that dumb, is because dumb people never admit they're dumb. Yeah? Think about that. That is a concept vaguely related to, but not specifically, the Dunning-Kruger effect. So, think about that. Acro Trip. Chizuko Date is an otaku girl who lives in a city in Nagita Prefecture. Chizuko is obsessed with Berry Blossom, the magical girl who protects the city. However, Chroma, the leader of the evil organization Fossa Magna, is inept and weak, so hardly anybody cares about Berry Blossom and Chroma's frequent battles anymore. I love that. Chizuko vows to shine a light on magical girl exploits, and this fervent desire takes this seemingly shy middle school girl down a dark path filled with strange folk. What the fuck does that mean? And why am I so on board? What does that make someone who constantly says they're dumb? Probably a normal person. Or a genius? I don't know. Whatever makes you feel better. Wait, did I remember to mark this down? Acro Trip. Okay. Trillion Game. Yo, that is an old school art style. Yo, that's some 80s shit. What the fuck? Oh, no, the manga doesn't look like it. Oh yeah. Oh, you know why? You know why that's such an old school art style? The original artist of this has been going from since the 80s. Wow, and they haven't changed in like 40 years? Yeah, 1982. That's actually more impressive than anything. Yeah, that's really impressive. I don't know any artist who's kept the same art style for 40 years. Okay, interesting. Meet Tenoji, a charismatic communicator beloved by all, regardless of age or gender. He may come across as easygoing, but beneath that facade lies an unwavering ambition for success. When after a prestigious position at the nation's largest IT company, Dragon Bank, he does the unexpected, turning it down in favor of embarking on an entrepreneurial journey alongside his friend Manabu Taira. Their audacious objective to amass a staggering $1 trillion. Dollars or yen? That says dollars. Now let's introduce Manobu, a brilliant engineer armed with a remarkable IT acumen. Personality-wise, he's the antithesis of Haru, introverted and a tad awkward in social interactions. Having faced rejection from Dragon Bank due to his communication skills, he challenges forces with Haru, sharing in the colossal ambition of earning that elusive $1 trillion. That cannot... Is it actually dollars? That's a dollar sign. Yeah, they want dollars. That is a lot of money. That is an insane amount of money. All right, for people to understand how much money $1 trillion is, despite the fact that you will often hear people say that the world is on track to have its first trillionaire, no one has ever actually gotten close to that amount of capital. That is such a crazy amount of money. That is like a country. That is a country, basically. That is a good-sized country. Is $1 trillion. Anyway, it's about a bunch of fucking dudes making money, I guess. I don't know. It doesn't sound particularly interesting. I'm just baffled by the number that they chose. All right, what do we got? We got Tohai, Urarate, Mahjong. I was not expecting the word Mahjong. Tohai Roku. Not a lot of people know that one of the most talented and ruthless Mahjong players in the city is a young high school boy. Kei is a teenager of few words, but his observation skills, unwavering will, and experience in the game allows him to survive in a world full of powerful, rich, and dangerous characters. Kei is currently hiding a girl named Amina who has entered the country illegally and is protecting her from being deported. He spends his days sleeping through class and his nights playing high-stakes Mahjong, waiting for a worthy opponent, or when a worthy opponent arrives. That certainly sounds like a show. It certainly sounds like a show. This is Mahotsukai ni Narenakata Ononoko no Hanashi. The stories of girls who couldn't be magicians. Kurumi Mirai is in the first year of high school. She is enrolled in junior high section of the... Well, if she's in fucking junior high, then she's not in high school. Red Run Magic School, the world's only facility for mages that approved by the International Mage League and able to work under royal families when graduates. Oh, okay, the English on this is fucked. And she was always top of the class. However, when she applies for the high school section and took the examination to get into a mage training class, Magumi mage class, she wasn't able to get in spite having full scores and was top of the class for the whole 3 years. There are some students in the class next to her that takes that class. Among that, there's someone she admires. How will Kurumi Mirai, who has extraordinary brain but didn't get in to be a mage candidate, try to overcome and grow up? What is the aim for Minami Suzuki, a loyal mage who suddenly appears to be the homeroom teacher? This is a relaxing story of her growth. Okay, so it sounds good, despite the fact that that it is written so very bad. Yes, I dropped it. I dropped it even though there's 2 episodes out. Alright, this is the Fishman Island remake. One Piece Gyojin Tohen. One Piece log. Fishman Island saga. A special edited version of Fishman Island from One Piece with an enhanced contemporary visual look. I have heard that people suspect Toei is making this because they're very afraid of the One Piece remake and they want people to be like, look, Toei can animate stuff too. Despite the ASS sounding description. Yeah, I mean, it sounds good, I think, probably. I probably won't watch this because I already watched Fishman Island, and I'm going to be totally honest, I actually think Fishman Island is a pretty weak arc regardless in One Piece. Like, One Piece has a lot of banger arcs, but Fishman Island was mostly just like... The purpose of Fishman Island was to show the differences between the Straw Hats, post-time skip compared to pre-time skip. Like, it was just them showing off. It was like, hey, look at them. And it incentivizes it sort of like sets up the stage for the whole Cake Island arc. But like Fishman Island itself, and also it shows Neo and the whole Joy Boy thing. So it does a lot of setup. And like establishment on where the Straw Hats are now, but like as an arc itself, like fucking nobody remembers Hody. Let's be real. Like Fishman Island is like nobody's favorite One Piece arc. Kami-Arabi second season. Kami-Arabi God App Season 2, which is the sequel to something that came out in 2023 that I apparently thought sounded not worth watching. Hamadashi Creative. It's the end of June, and the summer seems to be locked in place. Tomohiro Izumi, recognized by himself and those around him as an introvert, is spending another quiet day in his little corner of his classroom, or so he thought. Congratulations, you've been selected as the next Student Council President. The Student Council President lottery held on the spur of the moment by the Academy. Tomohiro manages to be the one randomly selected thanks to his ridiculous luck. Now the spotlight is suddenly upon him, and as a result, rumors about him begin to circulate. With no way out, Tomohiro relies on his advisor to start start gathering allies he can rely on, but none of the candidates his advisor suggests, from his classmate Kano to his underclassman Asumi, and even his little sister Hiyori, are even coming to the campus. Amidst all this chaos, even the former president that no one could ever get a hold of, Shio, shows up. Is it fate, or is it foregone conclusion? The unheard and unprecedented battles of the random lottery student council president are about to begin. I'm gonna be honest. That actually sounds good. Yeah. Okay, Puniru wa kawaii slime. Puniru is a kawaii slime. You could have translated the word kawaii, really. This is the story of Puniru, the slime, and Kotaro, a middle school student, until they cease being friends. Kotaro Kawaii is a second-year middle school boy. When he was in elementary school, a slime he created came to life, and for the past 7 years, he has been spending time with a slime named Puniru as his friend. However, there's one problem for Kotaro. Over the 7 years, both have grown significantly, and Puniru has transformed into an incredibly beautiful girl. Besides her beautiful appearance, Puniru freely transforms into various crude forms as a slime, causing Kotaro to be both excited and bewildered by her carefree behavior every time. Will Puniru and Kotaro be able to continue spending time together as friends despite these challenging days ahead? Is this a romance? Is this a comedy gag romance where a boy created a slime and he wants to get it on with his slime girlfriend? You know, I wasn't sold until I said what the plot was in a different way, and now I'm suddenly sold. This is by Toho Animation Studio? Why? Why is this by Toho Animation Studio? Kinoko Inu. Kinoko Inu, Mushroom Pup. Mushroom? I would have thought marshmallow. Okay. A depressed author, a concerned editor, an eccentric mushroom researcher, and a strange pink mushroom that turns into a dog. Putting this all together, and you get Mushroom Pup. Mushroom Pup tells a heartwarming tale of the power of friendship, a dog's love, and the dangers of dwelling on regrets. With the help of his friends and a mysterious mushroom pup, Hotaru Yuyami, a grieving picture book author, slowly begins moving forward after the tragic loss of his beloved dog, Hanako. Full of laughs and warm moments, Mushroom Pup is sure to find a place in your heart. And I'm sure it would if it didn't sound so incredibly depressing. Alright, now this is an anime I can't believe is still going. Shin Tennis no Oji-sama U17 World Cup Semifinal. The Prince of Tennis 2 U17 World Cup Semifinal. Somehow, we are still going with Prince of Tennis. After 12 decades of Prince of Tennis, it is somehow still going. Kankin, Quiki level X, Lockdown Zone level X. Ryoka is awakened by a flurry of text messages from her mother. Panicked and rushed, Mom is clearly concerned for Ryoko's safety, but she's not too keen on letting her daughter know why. Her reasoning being that nothing could really properly describe what is happening. The world might be ending, and there might be a massive new life form on the roof of their apartment building? Okay, well that could be interesting if I had literally any more information than nothing. Adapting Romi Oshi's interactive web novel published on Peep and not the manga serialized on Web Action. This is a horror anime. I mean, I kind of like the main character's design. This is by Imagica Infos, which produced Apothecary Diary. And oh, I'm assuming they're producing this also. No, they're the studio working on this. And Imageworks, which has worked on nothing I've ever seen. Who are the people behind this? Hikaru Sato? Who the fuck is Hikaru Sato? Hikaru Sato has directed something I haven't seen, and something I haven't heard of, and Dropkick. And he directed Dropkick. How long are the episodes? 13 minutes. I'm in. 6 episodes, 13 run. I'm in. I'm in. I'm in. It's short enough that I'm in. If it was 12 episodes, I'd have said no fucking way. All right. Oh my god. How is there more anime? Why is the season so big? Tono to Ino. In the Warring States era, though there were those who performed feats resembling demons or gods, though that is now a thing of the past, the Lord now lives in a completely declined and impoverished tenement. The Lord, who has fallen into such circumstances, encounters a single dog. Feeling pity for his peculiar short-limbed appearance, the Lord reaches out a hand, but soon becomes amused by his mischievous behaviors. Thus begins the cohabitation of the fearsome Lord and a cheerful dog, bringing peace and harmony to their lives. So it's about a guy and his dog. Okay. Sounds cute, I guess. Idolmaster Shining Colors second season. The Idolmaster Shining Colors season 2. Once again, I don't want to watch this. I want to play the Idolmaster games. Why the fuck are they not being localized? Murder Mystery of the Dead. In a world devastated by a zombie pandemic, the protagonist Mikoto Amano wakes up in an unfamiliar place with no memory. She's taken in by 6 girls: Rana, Lily, Yu, Fumika, Muru, and Rumina. However, their peaceful days are suddenly shattered when a shocking event occurs. The man who was rescued alongside Mikoto is brutally murdered. The killers among them, and the next target could be anyone. Set in the Tokyo Kubikicho Tower, the story unfolds in a now sealed-off high-rise where mystery and secrets attack one another. As bonds of friendship start to form among the girls, will they be able to uncover the truth behind the incident? This sounds good, actually. This sounds legitimately good. Hold up. Zombie apocalypse, they can't leave. Lockdown high-rise, bunch of girls, murder mystery. Who did it? Turns out it was the guy faking his own death the entire time. Ue Tonbo, second season. Tonbo, season 2. Tombo leaves Tokara and sets off on a new golfing journey in Kumamoto. Ever since she left the island, Tombo's life has been changing at dizzying speeds. After becoming a high school student and moving to Kumamoto for a new life, Tombo is now playing around with other junior golfers at the practicing ground. While Tombo strategizes on the course, using her freewheeling golfing style cultivated in Tokara, the skilled Hinoki, an experienced golfer 1 year older than Tombo, is ready to fight back with everything she's got. A fierce showdown between the two is already underway. Tombo's coach, Hajime, is amazed by her potential and decides to send her to compete in the Kyushu Women's Championship in May. Though playing golf with old rivals such as Subura, who she played around with on the island, and new rivals like Hinoki, who she met in Kumamoto, Tombo is ready to spread her wings even further. This is a golf show that came out in 2024 that I decided not to watch, apparently. Alright, this is Neko ni Tensei Shitai Oji-san. The story follows an ordinary man who one day suddenly is reincarnated as a cute cat, and the president of the company he works for picks him up. Okay, that sounds weird. What do we got now? We got Hyakusho Kizoku second season, which is the second season of Hyakusho Kizuku, which came out in 2023, and I decided not to watch. So moving on. How is there more anime? Can we get an anime pause? Can we briefly, for just one season, stop making anime? Kagaku X Boken Survival. We have no information on this. This looks like this is a sort of magic school bus sort of educational anime. And this one seems to be about animals. Alright, we have Asatir 2, Mirai no Mukashi Banashi, Futures Folk Tales 2, which is the sequel to the first season, which came out in 2020, which means I already read the plot of this. Moving on to Okai Mono Panda, which is a TV anime of Okamona Panda to celebrate the 11th anniversary. You're acting like I know what that is, but I don't. Oh my god, we're almost done. Alright, what do we got? We got Shibuya Hachi Part 2, which is the Part 2 of Shibuya Hachi, which came out in 2024, and so I don't need to read it. We have Poochars, which looks like a cute children's thing. The last time I ever thought about Magic School Bus was when a drunk guy shouted, "Hop off the Magic School Bus, hop off this dick." That's just a weird thing to yell. Why would you want someone to hop off your dick? Wish Cat. Wish Cat. This looks like a French show. This looks more French than Japanese, but apparently one of the recommendations for this is something called Curio Fan Club, which looks like a Yuri romance. Miyoshi Ami and Nanami Somitani are two high school girls who often find themselves talking about a boy in their class Curio. This lighthearted romantic comedy follows the daily lives of two friends and rivals in that journey. For now, it seems to be heading everywhere but love. I don't know what he just yelled. Alright, we have Shooting Star Catch Ting Ping. This... Oh, wait, which is a prequel... is a sequel to some Korean show, I'm assuming, that came out in 2023? SAMG Entertainment? It appears to be Korean. It is South Korean, yes. Oh my god. Oh my god. We're finally done with the fucking newly airing anime. We can get on to movies and OVAs now. Holy shit. Alright, Monogatari series off-season and on-season. Did this start airing in fall? Is this a fall series anime? Because this has been airing for like a while now. I feel like I read the plot of this already. This started airing in July 6th. Does that make this a summer anime? I'm being real here. Is this a I don't want to read this again if I don't have to. Is this a summer anime? It's a summer anime. We don't need to read it again. Alright, Beastars final season. Already the final season? Is Beastars already finished? Oh, I guess Beastars is already finished. Fun fact about the creator of Beastars is that the creator of Beastars is the daughter of the creator of Baki the Grappler. Isn't that fun? Isn't that fun? Little factoid you've just learned, which is Paru Itagaki. She also shows up in a chicken mask. She is the daughter of manga artist Kisuke Itagaki. Their art style looks very different to me, which is actually really, really interesting. I think it's more interesting that they're related, that they have like such a different art style. They are also making... What the fuck? Okay, hold on. We're going to read the plot of this, but I actually wanted to read the plot of this, which is Ushimitsu Gao. This is a new anime. This is a new manga she's coming out with. The story follows 33-year-old housewife Megumi Sano, who has a strong spiritual sensitivity. One night while having sex with her husband, a ghost suddenly appears in her room. She feels humiliated instead of terrified after the ghost witnesses her boring sex life with her husband. The ghost begins appearing in their bedroom nightly. Okay. Alright, now I need to read whatever the fuck Bota Bota is about. This looks like porn. It isn't. It looks like it. In a certain food factory, suggestive rumors about Mako Higari say that she will sleep with anybody. Her co-worker Kinoshita believes this, so testing his luck, he strikes up a conversation with Mako, and the two eventually end up in a hotel room. Soon the pair are ready to have sexual intercourse. However, the night quickly does not go as planned. While engaged in the act, a stream of blood suddenly gushes out of Mako's nose. Mako explains this frequently occurs whenever she comes into physical contact with anything impure. Finding it unsettling, Kinoshita runs away and leaves Mako back at square one. Boda Boda follows Mako's journey toward obtaining a normal life where all her unfulfilled desires are achieved, which proves difficult when everyone and everything she touches is filthy in one way or another. Well, there, you know what I've noticed is like everything I've heard about the works of Paru Itagaki has like a weird sexual undertone to it. Like she writes a lot of really horny manga. There's nothing wrong with that. But I do feel the need to note it, like mention it because I have noticed it. Like, I read the plot of Beastars once, and I think they mentioned that Haru is, like, always fucking horny. She's only a member of the Cherryton Garden Club and is generally shunned by her peers due to her sexual promiscuity. Yeah, like, she writes very horny manga, it seems like. High Card, The Flowers Bloom. This is the 25th episode of High Card. She's a weird-ass motherfucker. Second season of High Card ran in 2024. Kido Senshi Gundam Fukushu no Requiem. Mobile Suit Gundam Requiem for Vengeance. What the fuck is this art style? That looks like a PS3 game. That looks really, really bad, and the character designs are fucking god-awful. Oh, it's a Netflix show! It's a Netflix show! Oh my god. Holy shit. Am I crazy to say I have zero? This is a Gundam show with an adult cast. You can't make adult cast Gundam. You can't do that. Everyone knows the entire point of Gundam is because, like, the whole message behind Gundam, the moral of the story that is Gundam, right? The message you're supposed to take away from it is that child soldiers are bad and you shouldn't have child soldiers. Yeah, this looks like a fucking train wreck, honestly. It looks like a PS3 game, and the fucking character designs are absolute dog shit. And it looks like this is almost like a Zaku, but it's like the ugliest fucking Zaku I've ever seen. Also, the main character here, because that appears to be a Gundam. That appears to be a Gundam. Wait, UC 79? Oh my fucking god. Oh my fucking god. This is a Gundam show from the perspective of Xenon? That's what this is. This is a Gundam show from the perspective of Xenon. That is a fucking Zaku. Oh, that's such a cool concept. That's a really cool concept, though. A Gundam show from the perspective of Xenon? Where a fucking Zaku has to go up against a goddamn Gundam? Alright, if you have not seen the original Mobile Suit Gundam, the fucking Gundam... By the way, not all mechs in Gundam are called Gundam. Gundam is a specific brand of Mobile Suit. And when the Gundam shows up, right? When the first Gundam arrives, it is unstoppable, right? Because the first mobile suits implemented in war in mass are the Zakus, which were done by the Principality of Xenon. Zeon? Zeon or Xenon? I think it's Zeon. Hold on. The Principality of Zeon. It's Zeon. Okay. So the Zakus are from the Principality of Zeon, and what you need to understand is when the fucking Gundam shows up originally, the Zaku weapons cannot hurt it. Like, the fucking Gundam is just a fucking death machine compared to it. So the idea of setting something in UC 79, which was during the 1 Year War, where you're seen from the perspective of Zeon soldiers having to go up against the fucking Gundam, like, it changes it from like a heroic story about about like the horrors of war and the utilization of child soldiers to a fucking horror film where you have a bunch of soldiers going up against just an absolutely unstoppable death machine. Like, there is zero chance that a fucking regular Zaku fucking soldier is gonna go up against fucking Rei Amuro in that goddamn Gundam. The thing is unstoppable to the average fucking person. I've seen shit inspired by Gundam. Well, if you've ever seen a real Robo anime. So yeah, it's a really cool concept. It looks bad. Like, am I crazy? It looks bad. But it sounds really good. Like, it's a good idea. Who the fuck is Safe House? They made this. Wow, that is such a bad sign. The thing about Zeon is, like, they went way too far during the 1 Year War. Because I'm pretty sure they dropped a fucking colony. But I understand why they would want to secede from Earth. I forget what Earth is called. The Earth Federation. I would understand why they would want to secede from the Earth Federation. It's like they just went too far with it. Like, it's hard to, if you don't understand the complexities of like a Gundam politics, it's hard. Like, they would be the good guys if they weren't like genocidal lunatics. Is kind of the thing. All right, what do we got? We've got Shi Kao Lao Long Bei Guan Yi Long Zi Ming second season. I apologize to the country of China. Genuinely, I am sorry. An herbivorous dragon of 5,000 years gets unfairly villainized second season. The old herbivorous dragon who gets mistaken for an evil dragon, and Reiko, a young girl with miraculous powers, arrive in a totally new country, Esgar, where herbivorous dragons keep taking the blame when he gets caught up in an elaborate conspiracy, even though he just wants to live a peaceful life. The herbivorous dragon is continuously getting stuck in his role as an evil dragon and walks further and further down the road towards overthrowing the Demon King. I'm going to show my Taiwanese grandmother saying, no, don't do that! That one was a fucking hazard to people's brains. That wasn't anywhere close. This is the second season to something that came out probably earlier this year. Yeah, 2022, of course. I remember reading the plot to that. Wu Liki Jia Sui Pen. Oh, that's a scissor something, right? 7 Scissors. Yeah, that's 7 Scissors. Which, last entry was in 2023. Yeah, so it looks like there's a new season of 7 Scissors. 7 Scissors Season 5. Look forward to that if you're a 7 Scissors fan. I hear it's actually pretty good. I have heard that. Yashi. In a busy, bustling city, history is soundlessly scattered throughout those legends that speak of rare treasures lost in the flowing river of time at this place in this time. They are here in an antique shop named Yashi, based on Zhuan Sei's novel of the same title. Have not heard of it. Could be good. Who knows? Ji Yao Lu. Qi Cheng Pian. Another Journey to the West. I am aware that in order to pronounce Chinese properly, you're supposed to have, like it's a tonal language, so there's sort of like an accent sort of thing. So I should be changing my tone while talking, but the reason I'm not even attempting to do that is because, one, I don't know what tone I should be taking, and two, I would be doing it so badly that I fear the attempt would sound offensive. Follow Wu Chenggen on his legendary pilgrimage to the western regions in search of enlightenment. Is this just like a straight up journey to the west? adaptation? I guess it is. It is literally just called Another Journey to the West. They're not even trying. They're just like, it's Journey to the West. China has written 4 novels, and they're gonna, and it's going to milk them. Duel Masters Lost. Suiku no Suisho, which is based on a card game. I like the girl's character design. Honestly, I kind of like the guy's character design. He's just like a dude in a hoodie. It's got a sort of like simple charm to it. But it's also a card game advertisement, and I don't watch those anymore. Yoru wa Neko to Isho Season 3. You need to hear Shampoo from Renma and Jam from Guilty Gear. It's literally like a white dude speaking Japanese with an American accent. He doesn't want to be offensive. Season 2 came out in 2023. I already read this then. We have Zenhunji, which is the 4th season of Rakshasa Street 4th season, which had something come out in 2023, so I've already read it, so we're moving on. We have GB Io Peso. I don't even know what language that is. Korean, maybe? Is it Korean? It might be Korean. It's got to be Korean. I'm assuming it's Korean. This is an adaptation of a Korean manhwa. Okay, so this is Korean. Okay. We have Dushi Gujangi, is what we have right here, which is the Immortal Doctor in Modern City. Yi Bufan, a young student, tried to scam a car to raise medical expense. He tried to scam a car? Did it work? Did the car give him money? What? For his mother, unexpectedly, he encountered a female driver who did not play by the rules. After being hit, Yi Bufan accidentally traveled to a fantasy world and obtained the inheritance of ancient medicine. From then on, he mastered medical skills, practiced martial arts, and won the favor of countless beautiful women. So China has dropped onto the isekai trend, it appears. They have given up on all of the wushu stuff and are like, isekai. That's where it's at. The Path Toward Heaven. Oh, sorry. Dadao Chao-chan. The Path Toward Heaven. A person who's traveled all over the Green Mountains is still young, but when he suddenly looks back, the sword is just between his eyebrows. But in his heart... The fuck does that mean? Jingjui, who lives in a mountain village in Shaoxian continent, unexpectedly receives Liao Shisui, who is born with Taoism as a book boy. Okay, this is nothing. The two came to the Quanshan sect by chance, but they were criticized because the mediocre Jingjui actually took the extraordinary genius Lui Shuisui as his servant. At the Sword Inheritance Conference, Jingjui also met Zhao Leiyu, a Sanwu girl from Shenmo Peak. Jingjui, who is surprisingly lazy, just wants to practice quietly, but little does he know that fate will involve the three of them in a huge river and lake dispute. Under the Taizu, are the Green Mountains far away? Not far. Source, Billy. Google Translate it. If you were wondering why that was nonsense, there you go. Hu Hei Yao Shi Lu. Tiger Crane. In a world where humans and demons coexist and compete, people who practice magic and kill demons as their own mission are called Demon Masters. Qi Xiaozhuan, the captain of the National Demon Master, met the prodigal Huzi by accident, and the two embarked on a journey to slay demons and protect the Tao together. Now the world has experienced 500 years of peace, and the demons are already ready to move, casting a haze on their future. Zongmen Li Chuli Wo Doshi Wodi. Yep, That's what I'm going with. Spy sect. The legendary hacker was chased to death by the system's AI in order to save humanity, and unexpectedly became the leader of the first sect in another world. However, in order to deal with the situation of all undercover agents in the sect and the system crisis that came with it, Chen Ning just wanted to keep a low profile and wait to see, have a look. But like a cone in the bag. I was good until the line, but like a cone in the bag. But like a cone in the bag, even though he was cold-faced and unparalleled and cared about the world, he was still among thousands of flowers, and each one was touched. Finally, the help of the system agent Jiang Kui, Chen Ning's domineering body shook, and both the enemy and ourselves just bow down and bow. The secrets of the world rushed to be opened to him, and he finally solved the crisis of annihilation. Source, Billy, Google Translated. Oh, shit. You know what? I'm coming around on these Chinese shows. If we're going to start having them all translated by Google, I'm coming around on them. Shendao Dizun. The young man, King Yang, was very talented and possessed the enviable cultivation artifact Stargate. However, this luck was taken away overnight. When he was about to die, King Yang opened the dust-covered treasure God Bead in his body. Since then, he was restored to the memory of his previous 9 lives and gained a new life. At the same time, the family fell into an unprecedented crisis. Faced with many tests, King Yang took charge of his own affairs and relied on the experience accumulated in his previous lives to break through the difficulties again and again. Unexpectedly, the conspirators are still pressing forward step by step. In order to protect the people he cherishes, King Yang chooses to fight to the end. Billy, Google Translated. Translate get your fucking money worth. Alright, we have Mushinji. Tales of Hurting Gods. In the disabled elderly village, there live 9 elderly people with unpredictable origins and the young man, King Mu, they raised. One day, the cows that King Mu was responsible for grazing began to speak human words. From then on, King Mu became more aware of the dangers and beauty of Daksu, a land abandoned by gods. Demons descended with darkness, divine bones danced in the ruins, and dragon bones protected their young. A giant ship that drags the sun. No matter what kind of danger he faces, King Mu is fearless. He has integrated the skills passed down by the 9 elders and vowed to carve out a world with his unparalleled hegemony. Source, Billy, Google Translated. I feel like this is a tale of a young guy who got trained by the 9 immortals. But I like the plot summary that this gives me better. Kyoshi no Kei. This is a mini anime for Tohei Oreirate Mahjong Tohei Roku, which I believe we read the synopsis for earlier this episode. Yes, we did. Alright, we have Nue Story 2, which is the 2nd season of Nue Story. Which came out in 2023 and had no synopsis. You skim the crossdresser mixer manga. It is indeed bad, but your favorite kind of crossdressing manga, or as I like to call it, you're not fooling anyone. Those are 2 different fucking character designs. Now, would you recommend it, though? 2D Gege Shidao Lao Overgoddess. This just looks bad. Like, even if it didn't look bad, it looks bad. Yeah, I get what you mean. I've seen it. I think. Oh, come on. Please give me one more Google Translated. Give me one more Google Translated. Wo Nang Wujan Donwu. With determination and courage, Zhao Yun, a mortal boy, joins the battle for the qualification of the Emperor with the help of the Epiphany system. But why did the Emperor know him a million years ago? Why did he leave notes in the future? What is the true origin of the Epiphany system? All parallel worlds will face a huge crisis, and the only savior is the boy from Earth summoned by the gods. Source: Iki, Google translated. Okay, so not only was that not hilarious, but that actually sounds like a decent plot, and I would totally watch it if it wasn't Chinese. Alright, we've moved on to no OVAs coming out. No OVAs. How the fuck is there still Attack on Titan? Oredake, level up, Naken, reawakening, solo leveling, reawakening. Everyone's talking about solo leveling. Everyone's on board with solo leveling. I don't want to watch it. It doesn't look good to me, and the plot sounds stupid. This is a movie compilation of Season 1 of Oredake Level Up Noken, with addition of the first 2 episodes of the Season 2. I heard they were planning to change the anime to taking place in Japan, to make it so that Japanese audiences wouldn't be upset about Japan being the bad guys. Did they actually do that? I heard they wanted to do that. They're giving Korean names in the plot summary, but I don't know if we relocalized it back to being Korean, because I heard it was supposed to take place in Japan. I heard they I hear in Japan they said it in Japan because people would be offended if Japan was the bad guys. Alright, well, here we go. Shingeki no Kyojin movie, Kanketsu-hen, The Last Attack. Attack on Titan, The Last Attack. This is a compilation movie for Shingeki no Kyojin, the final season, Kanketsu-hen. I'm not watching this. I'm not. I'm just not. Fuck off. Fureru, Aki, Ryo, and Yuta, childhood friends who grew up on the same island, are 20 years old and start living together in Takeredan no Baba. Are they gay? Are they gay? They better be gay. It doesn't say they're gay. Boo! Even though their living environments are different, they work part-time at a bar, work as salespeople at a real estate company, and are students at vocational school for clothing designers. The three are always connected in their hearts. The reason is the mysterious creatures brought from the island, Touch, have mysterious powers similar to telepathy that connect them with different hobbies and personalities. The friendship between the three should continue, but they discover another hidden power of Touch. And it's a very sexual one because they're gay. There's a cross-dressing manga I read once. After it finished, the author has since made her journey making a bunch of hentai said manga, just like Black Lagoon. I will say this: the reason the Black Lagoon mangaka doesn't work on Black Lagoon very often is because I believe their hentai name is Tex-Mex. Tex-Mex is well known for making more money making hentai doujins than actually making Black Lagoon. It's more profitable to keep making porn. So I don't blame them. "30 sai made dote dato mahotsukai ni nareru raishi movie." Compilation film for 30 sai made dote dato mahotsukai ni nareru raishi will depict episodes not shown in the TV anime. Which is... that's about the guy who became a 30-year-old virgin and had the ability to read his sexy male coworker's mind. Does that make Black Lagoon hentai common? There is an interesting question about that, because there has been a trend that technically Tex-Mex started, I believe, where lately, but it's becoming more common, where artists who used to make hentai have gone on to make very popular non-hentai romance series and will then go on to make hentai doujins of their actual works. And so people have questions on whether if the author makes a hentai doujin of it, does it count? And I know this came up, I believe, with Urame-chan, and I think there's one of Nagatoro, and I believe there's one of My Dress Up Darling. And people are like, is this canon? Do we count this as canon? If the author makes it, is it canon? And the answer is no one knows. I think the actual official answer is probably no, but... It's like the opposite of when movies like Urotsuki Doji and Kite would get an R-rated sexless cuts. I believe the Arame-chan one is actually the most confusing answer, because the author released a hentai doujin of, like, in the manga, I believe there was an actual sex scene between the two characters, but it didn't get into all of the details. They, like, cut out bits of it. It was like a before and after thing, and I think there's like some reaction shots. But then the author created an actual hentai doujin of the event that like starts at the beginning of that scene and ends at the ending of the scene and shows everything in the middle. And people are like, okay, did this just, is this what happened though? Like... Futo Tante movie Kamen Rider Skull no Shuzo. How were Gaia monsters created? Why did W begin to fight? To answer, Tokime's questions. Shotaru quietly begins to tell a story. He speaks of his meeting and parting with a man he admired and called his old man, his mentor, Sokichi Narumi. Mysterious people called Dough Pants, who utilized the powers of Gaia memories, had begun appearing in the shadows of Futo, the Windy City. A young Shotaru who had become an assistant of the detective Shokichi, and though called half-baked, began to follow in his footsteps, unaware that in addition to his detective work, Shokichi was secretly acting as Skull. Shotaru began to grow frustrated with his mentor. That was when Narumi Detective Agency received a phone call, a request from Hell, inviting Shotaru and company to a fateful night. When Shotaru tracked down Shokichi to deliver the trump card bestowed by the mysterious caller, what did he see? Shotaru and Philip, the one detective made of two, and the night when Kamen Rider W began. That whole story will finally be revealed. Source, official site, translated. I'm assuming by Google Translate, because that was nothing. I just read nothing. That was some bullshit. How the fuck is Gintama still going? Gintama is actually over, and so is the anime. How are they making a Gintama? Gintama on Theater 2D Kintama Hen, a compilation film of the Gintama arc, episodes 1 through 4 in the third season, featuring additional footage. The movie is part of Gintama 20th anniversary project. Oh, okay. Alright, no, that's fun. That's a valid reason. Who the fuck is Kintoki Sakata? He is a machine made by Gengai, originally meant to be Gintoki's perfect substitute while he was so... Gintama's fucking weird. If you've never seen Gintama, it is fucking weird. Ganbate, ikimasohoi. I'm sorry. That was wrong. Ikimasu hoi. Yeah, ganbate ikimasu hoi. Which I believe is actually a fairly common phrase, so I should be able to say it, but I fucking can't, apparently. Set in Matsuyama City, Ihime, the movie depicts the growth and life-size fluctuations of the heart of high school girls who devoted their youth to the rowing club. Official site translated. Alright, we've got Genjitsu no Yohane Sunshine in the Mirror movie. Theatrical compilation of Genjitsu no Yohane Sunshine in the Mirror. This is that weird fantasy anime starring Yohane. Yeah, that's a weird fantasy anime starring Yohane. Who is, I want to be clear, the best Love Live Sunshine girl. Inazuma 11... Uratanaru Iotachi no Joshu. Yep. This is Inazuma 11, the movie, prologue to the new heroes. The protagonist, Sasanami Unimi, transfers to Nugo Mohara Junior High School in Nagasaki in search of a soccer-free environment. He wants to get away from soccer. He doesn't want soccer. Soccer is terrible, and he hates soccer. Wishing that soccer would disappear. I'm with him. Fuck soccer. The world would be better if soccer didn't exist. Meanwhile, Endo Haru, who has demonstrated his natural talent and reigns at the top of his generation, also has complicated feelings about soccer. The unexpected encounter between these two opens the door to new heroes. This was the exact same movie I just clicked. All right, what do we got? We got Inazuma 11, Shushin Densetsu no Kickoff, or Inazuma movie, Inazuma 11 movie, The Legendary Kickoff. This is a compilation of matches from Inazuma 11 Football Frontier, the first game in the Inazuma 11 series. The Raiman Junior High soccer team led by protagonist Endo Mamoru aims to win the national tournament, Football Frontier, thanks to the efforts of legendary striker Goenji Shuya, who joins the team. They beat strong schools and make it through the regional qualifiers despite fierce battles with their former rival, Teikoku, Gakuin's genius game maker Kido Arihito. Now on board, Ryoman Junior High School advances to the finals, but they are faced with the overwhelming strength of Zeus Junior High. Oh, we're almost done. We're almost done. Oh my god, we're almost done. Oh, it won't stop. Oh god, we've probably been going... Have we been going for 2 hours yet? 2.5 hours of this. Oh my god. Okay. Nintama Rantaru movie. Dokutake Ninja Tai Saikyo no Gunshi. This is some ninja thing, I think. This is related to an anime from 1993. Wait a minute. We did 1993. We did 1993, right? We did it. We did 1993. Holy shit, we've already done 1993. Oh my god, thank you, SACing MAL Eternal. Oh my god. Re:Zero, Kara Hajimeru Break Time 3rd season. Re:Zero starting Break Time from Zero season 3. Have I seen any of the other of these like short Re:Zero animes? The last one came in 2021, so I've read this at some point. So moving on. Elf-san wa Yase Rarenai specials. This is the plus-sized elf specials included in the Blu-ray release of Elf-san wa Yaserarenai. Saved by Torment. One Piece fan letter. 2 years after the Summit War in what... Oh my god. The synopsis of this is a fucking One Piece spoiler. Okay, spoilers for a major part of One Piece, I guess. Hold up. This is your chance to stop. There's only 2 more things to read anyway. 2 years after the Summit War, in which Straw Hat Pirate Luffy lost his brother Ace, the story takes place on the Sabaody archipelago. The protagonist, a young girl who has a strong admiration for Nami, sets off on a small adventure. This is an ensemble drama that focuses on people who do not pursue One Piece, depicting the reunion of the Straw Hat Pirates from their perspective. That sounds interesting. I want to watch it. I don't understand why anyone would have a respect for Nami, because they wouldn't know Nami, is the weird part, right? Like, what does the world know about Nami other than she's a pirate and they call her the cat burglar? Like, it's, like... Is it just because she's a really famous pirate? I don't... Because if we're looking for, like, Straw Hat crew members... even if we're looking at it from a perspective of, oh, she's a famous pirate woman, 1, Nami is hardly the most famous pirate woman. And, like... 2, she's like she's not even the most famous pirate woman on the Straw Hat crew. I am pretty sure Robin's bounty is like fucking triple hers or some shit, right? Am I wrong? What's Nami's bounty compared to Robin's bounty? Nami's current bounty is $366 million, whereas Robin's current bounty is $930 million. Yeah, no, actually 3 times Nami's bounty. Is it because she has red hair? I'm confused why, I'm confused why someone who doesn't know, like, Nami's a respectable character, don't get me wrong, but I am confused why someone who doesn't know the Straw Hats personally would be like, Nami, that's my pirate, that's who I respect the most is Nami. Like, that's a weird decision, is all I'm saying. I mean, I'm gonna watch it, it's weird, right? It's weird. I'm not wrong in thinking it's weird. Alright, Fairy Tale 100 End Quest, Kanwa, Lucy's Diary, or Fairy Tale 100 Years Quest, going off topic, Lucy's Diary. A recap of the first 13 episodes of Fairy Tale 100 End Quest. I hate Fairy Tale. I hate Fairy Tale so fucking much. I genuinely hate it. It is my least favorite shonen series of all time. We're done. We're done. We did it. How much did we add? Like, how much did we actually add? 1, 2, 3. I was going to count in Spanish and then remembered I don't know Spanish. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. It was a big season. 20 is a good amount of anime to add to a list, to be honest. If we're just looking at, like, running series, 20 is a good amount to add. Did we add any movies or anything? No, we didn't. No. Yeah, and then that One Piece thing. So, yeah, 20 editions. So, it's a packed-ass season, but that makes sense because it's fall. It's very big. There's a lot of releases, and a lot of them appear to be pretty interesting. So I'm looking forward to that. But anyway, we're fucking done. We should be getting back to streaming Kingdom Hearts. I will not promise a schedule. Where we're at is I cannot promise any schedule. What I can promise you is a reminder that I accidentally deleted Chatbot. So Chatbot might be gone. I might not bring Chatbot back. We might just not have Chatbot anymore. Will that just be disappointing? I don't know. We can reinstall Chatbot if everyone really cares, but otherwise we might just leave Chatbot. Anyway, yeah, that was it. That was it. All right. Hopefully everyone had fun. This lasted forever. I'm going to go rest my voice and just chill out for the rest of the night. But thanks for stopping by, everyone. Maid, Mactier, as always. And yeah, look forward to Kingdom Hearts. I'll try not to suffer through it too heavily. Until next time, I have been Sacrobolic, your Envoy of Hope, and this has been The Worst Thing I Make. Bye-bye.